You're welcome to another session of Facebook advertising implementation. We want to look at how you can install your pixel, your how you can give Facebook data on what is happening about what is happening on your website. Okay, so like we discussed in the last class, that we have the base code pixel that installs a code on your website, and that tracks every page view, everybody that visits your website, the different pages on your site. Once you install it, you will see the information, you get the statistics of the people that visited your site. Then we have another one called standard events, and that has to do with specific actions taken on your website, okay, or on different pages, on different URL, on different buttons on your website. So that is what that code does. So you can see, how do we now install these pixels? So we start with the base code. Okay, so for the base code, we have to set it up on Facebook. That's the first phase. Like I said, you have two phases. The setup phase on Facebook, then you now install it, installation phase on your own website. Then when you want to install it on your own website, you can do it manually, or you use Facebook partners. So let's see how it's being done. Like I just gave you a pictorial diagram. You can go to your business manager, and to you to go to your business manager, we've treated that before, business.facebook.com/overview. Okay, that one will take you to your business. So for your business manager, you go to your ad manager. From ad manager, you now get to your event manager. Then go to connect data source, web option. Then that is, you've set it up. The second phase is the installation, which can on your website, which can be manually done, or you use Facebook partner. Let's see how it's done. So from here, I'll go to, okay, this is my business settings. Okay, for my business settings, I can access my, okay, let me use the, so that you can see business.facebook.com. You can put /overview. So since we are logged in already, you can just come here on business, click on business manager. Okay, once you click on business manager, the next thing is you can go to your business setting. Or there are different ways of accessing the business manager. It's just you understanding the platform. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, so I can decide to choose any of the business managers here. Okay, so I am on business manager now, and I told you that, how do you know your business manager? There is always a gear icon. It's under business settings. You can see it, 5 business assets. So from here, what do? I just go down to where I have my data source or data sources. Data sources is, we are saying that what gives Facebook data, it is a pixel you install on your website. So when you hear data sources, we're talking about your pixel, okay, either base code or the standard events, pixel data sources. So from here, I will click on pixels. Okay, just click on pixels. So from these pixels, you come here, you can see the heading here, pixels, add. I'll click on add. So it's generating it now. Connect website activity using pixel. So when you come here, you will see that the pixel name, you can give it any name you like. Track website conversion using pixel. So you can, depending on the business you are doing, you can give it any name you feel like giving it. Since we are on Facebook advertising, I can say Facebook ads testing as pixel. Okay, then it is more than 36 letters. Check your website for easy setup option. You can put it here. It's not compulsory. That's why it is optional. Okay, it is optional. You can put your website here, the particular website where you want to install it. It doesn't matter. So you can come here and click continue. So at this phase, you see, are you ready to set up your pixel? So we are still setting it up. Continue managing my business. Set up the pixel now. I want to set it up. I'll click here. So choose how you want to install the pixel code. Can you see that it has been set up? So we now go to the second phase. Now you can use partner integration. You can copy the code. Okay, you copy the code, or if you know that you are not techie savvy, okay, you are not like, you don't want to mess up because you are going to install it on your website. You don't want to mess up with your website, and you have a website designer or a developer. You come here, email, after copying the code, you email instruction to a developer. That's what this one is meant for. If you click on this one, you will see that you can now come here, add a recipient. You put the email of that recipient, okay, and you now copy the code. You can see Facebook pixel ID. This is the ID. Install pixel. This is the code. Once you click on it, once you install event code, so get event code for conversion. So it is there you come. Once you get it, okay, you will now send it to the who. You can see here under Facebook. This is FB means Facebook. Facebook what? Q means query, then track. What are we tracking? Page view. You can see it here. Okay, then the pixel ID you generated is 15 digits. You can see the 15 digits there. So you can see it here that what you have here, 599 ends with 3024. You can see it here, the pixel ID. Okay, so that pixel ID must be the same pixel ID that will show on your landing page. Okay, under, if you install your if you have your Facebook pixel helper, okay, what it will detect should tally with this pixel ID. So this is for if you don't know how to install it yourself, you don't want to mess up with your website, you just mail it to your developer or web designer. He knows what to do. Okay, so let me use other methods. Oh, sorry, Facebook ads. So I click on this. So set it up. So if I want to use from here, let me pick the code. Maybe I want to install it on my website. Manually add pixel to you. I will click on this. So from here, look at the code. Install base code on website. We have generated it. Okay. And okay, Facebook will tell you what to do. Copy and paste the pixel code into the bottom of the header section of your site, just above the head tag. Install the base code on every page of your website. Okay, so what is that? You click on it to copy the code. Okay, and turn on automatic advanced matching. It is advisable that this thing should be turned on. Why? It helps you to get information, all this information about choose the customer information you want to send. All this information about your customer will also be fetched out. Okay, so that's why it's good to have this automatic advanced matching set on. You turn it on. Okay, so what you now do, test the base code. So since you have copied this code, if you go to If you come to let's say you come here now, this our you copy the code, if you paste it here, you will see that this is your page view. So you are telling the code to track every page visitor. So once you install it on your website, this is what the pixel will be tracking, page view. Okay, so let me go to my website. Let me show you how you can install it on your website if you want to do it manually yourself. Okay. So let me come here. So I want to come here. I will just, sorry. Okay. What's happening here? Okay, no problems. So I want to go to my website now and install this pixel, the base code. You can install it manually, or you can use what you call, you can use Facebook partners to do the installation. Okay. So I'll go to my backend. I'll just go to my backend here. I will go to where we have appearance. I will go to theme editor. Okay. I'll click on my theme editor. If you are using, I'm using WordPress. So this is WordPress. So from here, you come to header, you will see header PHP. Click on it. Once you click on it, it will now bring in, okay, this is your header. You see the header tag for your website. You can see this one, header. This is the closing header. This is the beginning of the header. So you are expected to install it below the header and before the closing of the header. So I'll just come here and paste it here. I've installed it. Okay. After that, I'll just scroll down and say update file. Okay. So that means that once I do it this way, all the pages on my website, you can see file edited successfully. All the pages on my website will be showing this, will be showing, you will be tracked. Okay, provided that you have installed the Facebook Pixel Helper. Okay, so what do I do? Once I have saved it, updated it. Okay, once it's done, you will see file edited successfully. So let me go back to my page, visit my site. Let's see. Please, let's remember okay, that's an error. Okay, let's remember that this is the website. I will come back, I will trash this letter, I will trash it out. So let's go back to what we have there. So you copy the URL of that website and come here and put it here. Then, because after installation, you have to test. Click on send test traffic. So once it goes to your website, you will now see that you will go. Let's look at the ID here. Remember the ID that we saw here. What's the ID? It is the 3341, then 9488. If you come here, or if you copy it and come to your notepad, you will see that this is the pixel ID. Okay, so when you load your website, I think this is the loaded website. Let's come here. Let's come here and see what we have there. Page view. You can see 3341, 9488. That was what was detected. Okay, just forget about this one. The former pixel ID, the former base code that was installed is this. Now, this is the current one. You can see 3341, okay, and it's on this URL, that URL that I test. So after installing it, you have to test it and ensure it is working. And you can see page view. If you come down, you will see it is manual setup method, manual, okay, and it tallies with what we did. We use manual method, okay. So when you look at it, this is the code that was sent, load time, then pixel code, page view. And actually, if you look at what we did here, it was what? Page view that we tracked, okay. You can see that it was page view that we tracked, and the ID too tallies with the ID that we have here. So we have to ensure that the ID you have here tallies with the ID that you have here, so that you will not be because like I had installed base code here before, and that's why it's showing you 2 pixels found. That means 2 base code pixel found on this what URL or on this page. Is a blog anyway, so you can see so that is how to use the manual method, okay. If you want to use the manual method, do you have any other method? Yes, we still have. You can go back and see. If you want to email instruction, maybe you want to send it to a developer, you can come here and send it to a developer. You can continue from here. So once you continue from here, okay, you can now go ahead to now set up okay, now that you've installed the pixel base code, you can use the event setup to track the actions that matter most. Now, this is the second phase. You have installed your base code. The next thing is to install your standard events, okay. And I told you that standard events is all about code too, okay. Some people, what they do before they also use code. What they do is just below this place, below after the page view, they will just put some gap and they will copy their standard event code. They will put it there before they do the installation, okay. If I'm working on thank you page, I want to install standard event on my thank you page, I can decide to copy, put my because I'll put my standard events here, maybe for purchase. I'll put it together, copy everything, and go to my thank you page and paste it there, okay. That will be fine. But you know, with time, Facebook now came up with another idea that instead of using code, you can use a tool, event setup tool, okay, generated by Facebook, okay. So when you click on it, it's a tool. So what it does is you come here, that URL, let's go there. This URL here, this particular URL, I can, or let me refresh it. So this URL here, I can copy it. But let me say I want to install it on this page, on this particular page. I want to install a particular event on this particular page, okay, so that anybody that comes to this page, or let me go to thank you page. I have thank you page here. Okay, this is my thank you page because it's standard event. Standard event means that people that visited specific pages on your website, or that clicked on specific, took some specific actions on your website. Let me install it on my thank you page. I will just come here and put in my URL here and say open to that website. You can see what you have here, that we want to install our standard event. So if I come here now, there is issue with this thing. I think there is another setup there. So if I come here, I will click on Facebook Pixel Helper. If you click on it, you will see that it will be able to track our standard events. Okay, page view. Okay, I'm only seeing page view here. Advanced events, event method. Okay, nothing was tracked yet. Okay, no problem. Let me refresh it. Okay, I've not even fired it. Okay, let me refresh it and see. Okay, we have 3 here. What's it showing? Okay, no problem. Okay, let me go back. So I will come here, then let me disconnect it. But I want to believe that we got how we installed the base code. Okay, we got how we installed the base code. So I've installed the base code. You can see Facebook ads testing pixel. I can use another tool. Okay, I can use plugin to also install it. Let me show you. Let's see that name. It can be any name there. Continue. We're just looking at base code for now. Set up the pixel now. Okay. So let me use partner. I've used manual. Okay. I've shown you instruction. Maybe you want to send it to a developer. Now, let me use a partner. Come here. Click on a partner. What it means is that maybe you are using Shopify. You are using big commerce. You are using other platform. You want to install. You are using this platform to host your products, okay, to host your services. Okay, you can use all this to integrate what you have configured, okay, on setup on Facebook. The pixel you have set up on Facebook can be installed on these partners, these platforms that you are using to host your product or to conduct your business. So me, I'm using WordPress. I can come here and click on WordPress. But if your partner is not here, maybe the software you're using, okay, for your website, because there are some softwares that you can use to automate all your processes. Those software, they have landing page, opt-in page, they have a sales page, they have thank you page, they also have autoresponder, everything in one, all in one. Okay, so if it is not here, you pay every month for their services. Some people even pay a whole year. Okay, like ClickFunnels. I don't know if ClickFunnels is here. Okay, ClickFunnels is not here. Maybe you use ClickFunnels. You have to request a new partner, and that's where you come here. Okay, but if your partner is there, the software you use is here, you can now choose. I want to choose WordPress. I'll click on WordPress. So when you click on WordPress, Facebook will now tell you what to do. Facebook is saying that go to your WordPress. It will give you direction on what to do. Facebook is saying that go to your website. When you get to your website, go to your back end and go to plugins. When you get to plugins, enter Facebook for WordPress. Okay. Excuse me. That means Facebook is saying that Facebook has created a plugin, Facebook for WordPress, that you can install, that will make your life very easy to install the base code. If you know that you cannot install code, you are not technical, you don't want to mess up with your website. So Facebook is saying that you can use a plugin that will simplify your life, okay? But what you need to do, if you have access to your website or the backend, just go to where you have plugin. They're giving you that diagram. You go there, click on install. When you install it, you see, click on plugin and select add new. Okay, from here, you now search and choose Facebook for WordPress. When you do that, you activate, you install and activate. Then you say next. So let's follow that instruction. I'll go back to my website. I'll go to my dashboard. Now, when I get to my dashboard, Facebook says I should look for plugins. I should look for plugins. Okay. I should look for plugins. Okay, you can, this plugin. I will say add new. I'll click on add new. When I click on add new, I will see this interface. Remember what we saw on Facebook. You see something like this. This is the interface where we are now. Add plugins. I will come to the search bar. So let me go there. This is the search bar. I will now type Facebook for WordPress. Okay, I will type it. So it's searching for it. You can see it here. Facebook for WordPress. Okay. We have Facebook for WooCommerce, but it says we should what? Install Facebook for what? WordPress. Okay. Actually, what plugins, what they do is they add additional function to our websites. They add what? Additional functions to our website. So you come here, just install it. Click on install now. So as you are doing that, you will see that, you see, after installation, after you, next thing is to activate it. Click on activate. Activate. So after clicking on activate, it will tell you it is what? Activated. So it, you see, it has brought me here. So when you come here, you will see Facebook for what? WordPress. That means it is what? Activated already. That's why you are seeing deactivate. If you deactivate it now, that means you don't want it to work again. So you can use Facebook for WordPress, install it. Some people use insert headers and footer. Okay, like that base code. This another plugin. If you install it, just go to this header and footer and just paste the code there. That's all. Okay, it is for this insert headers and footer is a plugin tool that you can also use to install your base code. But Facebook came up with their own plugin, so you can. So when you are done with that, what's the next thing? That we have done that. So activate. Facebook says click on next. So when you click on next, Facebook says we should go do what? Go to connect your business to Facebook. Okay, you now go to settings, select settings and choose Facebook from the drop down menu. Search for, then search get started and follow instruction. So you click next. So since you have installed it now, what do we do? It's not difficult at all. Just follow the step-by-step guide that Facebook has laid down. Okay, so we've done here. You go to settings. After settings, you go to Facebook. You click on Facebook. You can see get started. Do you see? So it's not difficult at all. Just click on get started. So continue as Sushi Daramola where that you find. Continue. Okay. Now, if you remember what I told you, that your pixel will be what? Installed, is attached to your ad account. You see business manager ad account and look at the pixel. So always note that, okay? Automatic advanced matching should be on. So we are almost done. You can now see other information. What is WordPress app allowed to do? I think we are done. All these ones are just okay. So that is that. So you now look at, you say next. Since you have done that, next. So what you now do, verify your pixel is working correctly. So we have done the installation already. Okay, so what do we do? That let's verify what we have done. So you can now come to the website. Let me go back to the website. And see if what we have done is working. So you can see no activity yet. By the time you test this thing, you run this test, this thing should turn to where, if it confirms that it's really working, okay, it should, that activity test will change from red to a green color. So let's go back. You see, let's see, still processing. You see, send test traffic. So by the time you finish loading, you will see that, because it's testing. Testing means that it's sending data. It's trying to see if it can, it's trying to fire the plugin and see if they can get some, verify if what we did was properly done. Okay, so once you come here, look at your plugin. You will see that the stuff is already installed here. Okay, so that shows that you've done a good job. So you have installed our base code. Okay, so that you do it manually, or you go to use your partner, or you send it to a developer if you are not good at it. Okay, so what is it saying? So normally we are expected to see active, and it will now move forward. So that's how to install your Facebook pixel. That's the base code. So you can now talk about installing our standard events and custom conversion. Okay, so let me show you how you can achieve that.